I met a gypsy.
Everyone competes with, like, everyone's cautious or thinking about what someone else is doing. Like, it's obviously sets the bar, sets the standard, but once the training's done, it's like, it is what it is. You're going to do what you set out to do.
Yeah. It's mind blowing that two dudes from Wagga
Yeah.
are the best
Yeah, it's
at
crazy.
this insane sport.
Yeah, it's a fucking brutal sport.
Oh, bro.
It's crazy. I always wish I was a fucking golfer or something. That'd last 2 seconds.
Yeah, you'd be so bored.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got like, well, why do you think Aussies are dominating the way that we are now in that sport particular?
I don't know. I think it's like so I think X Games, like, culture back when we were younger is such a big, like, if you look at Australia per capita to anywhere else in the world, we have a lot of athletes in the extreme sports area, and I think it was probably just that generation of culture back when we were growing up that it was like the cool, exciting thing.
Yeah.
It's probably Crusty Tour that really, doing those tours in Australia, probably bred the next generation, inspired the next younger generation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'd have to, eh?
Yeah.
But I think
it's like, and I think when you're in a group of people too, and you're training and you're riding together and you're in the same area, well, people move better together. If you're riding together, training, whatever it is, you learn back when you're growing up, you're kind of learning more. Whereas it's like the US Supercross Motocross, everyone's riding the same tracks together, and they're a different level, or a lot of the guys are a different level they do because they're all together. And I feel like Australia's taken freestyle, and we've done that at home.
And you'd have to think as well, just having, we had the Crusty Tour, and then you had Nitro.
Yeah.
So just being the country that seemed to embrace those sports and those tours, and it was like a staple of Australian entertainment in a way, you know?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, like the Nitro Tour and Crusty, they only really toured in Australia, was the places they did the best. Like, it was a pretty big thing there for a while.
Yeah, and it just obviously breeds, like, because when you think of like Harry, and you got Harry, you got Top Dog, you got like Jacko, like there was just an entire
it's like half
Sinclair,
of Australia are freestyle riders.
Yeah, and it was
Feels
just
like that.
It was such a movement, you know. And then you got, like, before that, Maddo, Uric, like there was just so many people that came before you guys and like almost laid the foundation in a sense.
Yeah, and then it's next generation through too.
Is there young kids that are doing it? Yeah,
we've got Benny and Tommy Richards at home.
Yeah.
And they're solid. They ride at the uppermost level of as good as it gets. I think they just need that. They're so close to being podium guys, but just to get that next little bit is what they've got to get the dog and chase down now, I feel.
Yeah.
But they just ride. Like Benny, they're both guys that they'll show up to the course and go, like, they can just ride bikes good because they've done it for so long.
Yeah. And so what about the best trick was better than the freestyle? It's like the actual freestyle runs for you.
Probably my attention span doesn't last too good in freestyle. I'd get confused after doing a few jumps. But yeah, I don't know. I think freestyle for me, I've had a lot of crashes in freestyle over the years. I've never got freestyle gold. I've got some silvers, bronzes in freestyle, but I don't know. I'd always crash on my last or second last jump because I'd always be like, I'm gonna do something fucking big now. And then the only time I've ever gone well at freestyle is when I went to 80% of the level. What I could have.
Yeah.
Because you're tired, you're unfocused. I just, lose focus quickly, I guess.
Yeah. But do you like the element of just kind of like locking in on one thing and like becoming a bit of a scientist around figuring it out?
Yeah, I do. I like the element of that. And I like I can stay really stay focused for that point, but I don't ride well tired. Like when I get tired and puffed out, I just shoot for the stars too much. And I think
you get a bit too ambitious.
Get too ambitious. Yeah.
What was the hardest trick for you to work on over the years?
I don't know. Probably like fronting was hard to get that figured out. Front flip cliffhanger this year has been very difficult. Like there's so many little points that I tell myself in that to get it big. And it's I
understand how that thing could work.
In my
like
head,
when I saw you doing it, I was like, what the fuck are these guys going to do?
in my head, I'm quick brakes, wait. I've got to wait a sec because if I open up, once you hit the brakes to get it to spin, if I don't wait, the rotation won't start quick enough. So I go quick brakes, wait, feet in, feet up. And then when I extend the hands up, because that helps my bum go out, and then get back on, I've got to not just get back on, I've got to bring my feet back, bring my heels back under me to try and get the thing spinning again. And then as soon as I get back on, got to hit the rear brake because the wheel, because you let go of the clutch and it's in second gear, whenever you take the hands off the wheel,
it'll start spinning again.
Start spinning, and you'll lose a bit of gyro, and then you can milk it a bit again when you hit the brake when it goes again. So there's just so many little points to try and remember. You can't remember, even though I recite them over in my head when I'm doing it, you can't. It's just like riding a bike. It just happens. It's not like same as anyone. Yeah, you're not thinking about anything. But I think by saying that to yourself, your subconscious mind is aware of what's happening.
Yeah, and are you able to? So, like, what's the process of just learning that? Is it literally just step by step by step by step, like front flip? Obviously, that's step one.
Yeah, step one.
Needs front flip, check.
Check. And then just in the foam pit, going over and doing, and then you can kind of send stuff in the foam pit. It is dangerous. I've broke my leg in there before. It does fucking hurt sometimes, but you can send a big one in there. And then, yeah, I've been doing it for a couple of years now. It's something that takes a long time. Like when you see a trick happen at X Games, it's normally been worked on for a couple of years.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.